team together, we could have scientists, and we could have this person, this person, this person, we could all talk about how to do this, and and Paul says, why don't you go to a store and start asking people who walk out with their their 12 packs of plastic water ice, why don't you try to talk them into going back to the store and returning the bottles and see if you can do that. It's kind of obvious, right? It's a start by asking people. So that's a great example of the process. That we don't, it's not even obvious to us that this process is
to me, it's applicable to everything, and so Taylor wants to get rid of plastic bottles. But that means, in my experience, it's tough for people to stop doing what they become accustomed to doing. So Evian is nonsense, in my view. Yeah. But it's status, it's a bunch of stuff, and people are used to it. So if you're going to stop using bottles, I mean, your statement to me was, we used to, when you were a kid, you used to have lots of water, and you had no bottled water, and you'd get along fine. So why can't we go back to that? Well, the real practical problem is, how do you get people to stop buying bottled water? And Taylor said to me very modestly, she said she's the best salesman in the world.
That's me.
And so I said, okay, so go to the place where people buy Evian and sell them on stopping to buy it. And we have a bet.
That's right, we have a bet. It's a big bet.
But she thought success would be 1 out of 10. Would be
talk 1 out of 10
but the thing of it is,
isn't success really understanding why they're buying it in the first place? And then
well, but the way to do that, don't do a lot of academic stuff. Go to the place where people are buying it and talk to
why
them.
they're buying it in the first place.
Ask them why they buy it. If you try to talk them out of buying it, you'll find out pretty quick. But the issue is, why do they buy it? And you got to understand that. Never mind all the fancy stuff. Why do people buy that in the first place? And you got to talk to a bunch of those people and find out. That's all there is to any social problem, as far as I'm concerned. And it's amazing how many things come out of that process. Okay, so.